Hello beautiful souls, welcome to my channel. My name is Anu and I am your psychic tarot reader. This is going to be a general monthly reading for April 2021 for fire signs. So I'm going to start with fire signs right now. Each sign will be time stamped, so you'll know where to go. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and lending your beautiful energy to this tribe. Really appreciate it. I really love having you here. If you're new, a very warm welcome. Let's get right into it. All right, so we're going to start with the sign of, I have ash everywhere. Look at that. Of course, because I'm wearing white. Does that happen to you when you spill something, especially when you're wearing white? Anyway, one of those days. So we're going to start with the sign of Aries. I hope you've been well. Let's see what messages we have. Let's start with Wisdom of the Oracle. Get one card from here to set the stage for the month. Wow, you have Serendipity, number 18, which adds up to a 9. Nines are fulfillments, wish fulfillments, achievements, almost completions. The 9 is a very happy number overall. And serendipity means, like, you know, lucky, happy chances. Look out for serendipity this month. Look out for repeating numbers. With the 9, look for 999s, or let's see what other numbers come out. But this month, be open. Pretty much all the signs have been getting very positive energies this month. A lot of luck, a lot of abundance, a lot of opportunities. So for you, definitely this is going to be chance happenings. So be open to synchronicities, be open to chance happenings, chance meetings, any of those. You bump into somebody at a very random place. There may have been a purpose for it, a reason behind it, which you may not know because the universe is magical. So there you have it. It's a very, very magical month for you, it looks like. So let's get further along. What I'm doing this month is also using the astrology cards to see what astrology house might be the focus for you this month, or what could be, like, you know, in the driver's seat, not the driver's seat, in the front row. Let's see this month, and then we'll get an energy oracle to give us a message for that. So let's see, and you know, do pardon me if it's a house I don't know. I do look at my notes as well, because I'm not an expert in astrology, but I really love integrating the two. So we have the third house. Now the third house is about more of our basic needs, like communication. This is a house of communication, so it can be with our siblings. Siblings play a big part in this house. Our immediate neighbors, or you know, learning some technical skills, some elementary skills, like very basic skills that you will always use them. That's what this house is. But the biggest emphasis is around communication, and especially with siblings and immediate neighbors. So close connections, think of close connections, and then you may be interacting with them quite a bit this month. So let's see what the energy oracle has to say for the third house in particular for you, Aries. Right, we have door to romance, number 33. That's your first synchronous number, number 33, which is a master number. Wow, I'm like completely blown away. So we talked about 9, and now we have 3. So please, if you're interested, do yourself a favor and first of all go online and search the meaning of 333, repeating numbers. 3s are creation. 3s are also you know, our empowerment, but they are overall creativity and spark and desire. So with the door to romance card coming up, and if you combine with the third house, like some of these connections in your close-knit, like as I said, immediate neighbors or close friends, may turn into a romantic opportunity, if that's something that is that you're open to, or that you may not be open to, but you may be surprised. That's what, because with this serendipity, that may happen. But overall, the general energies are really open this month. If you're interested in coming into connections with a romantic partner, the energies are very positive for that, or supportive for that. The other one is also, in general, the door to romance is when you open up the door to your hearts, when you operate from your heart chakra, opportunities just line up. So generally this also talks about once you open the door to romance, everything else starts lining up as well. And this is really just talking about don't be guarded, don't be closed off, be open, and you know, just operate in your highest vibration, and then honestly all the opportunities will start lining up for you. So that's what the main message is here for you, Aries. So let's do this. Let's get a full Celtic cross for you. I'm doing a full Celtic cross this month, and see what tarot has to say for you. This is again for Sun, Moon, Rising, or any placement of Aries in your chart. You could also be somebody who has a lot of fire in their chart. It's too many cards. Let's get into it. So let's see. At the heart of the matter, we have the heart, another 3. So definitely 3 might be an important number for you this month, and we'll talk about this. So there are some disappointments, some old remnants that are at the heart of the matter. You see how the card fell out, but that is being crossed by the one and only number 1 magician. And I also equate this to your energy, Aries, because this is the fire, this is the beginning after the Fool. This is the number 1 card, so Aries is the first sign that, you know, starts the astrology. So I equate this to Aries as well. So this would be a laughing matter in a matter of time. You know, 3 of Swords won't even be top of mind for you, with the magician showing up so front and center, so strong. So let's see where you're coming from, what was in the recent past. We have the Chariot. Okay, just trying to see, make sure we get all the cards. Could be dealing with a Cancer. Let's see what's in the foundation. We have the Sun. I'm telling you, the 3 of Swords is a teeny tiny blip on your radar. Let's see what's happening in your conscious. What are you thinking about? The 2 of Cups. The door to romance is opening. I think for a lot of you, this could be related to the romantic sector of your life. If not, take the messages, whatever fit. Don't try to force fit this to your story, but it could relate to other areas of your life, and I'll talk about those. And in the near future, you have the 3 of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in, how you're showing up in your energy. You have the 3 of Pentacles, another 3. All right, guys, let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 3s at the table. This is a big month for creation. I would highly recommend reading up the meaning of angel number, meaning of repeating 3s. So 3, 3, 3, 3, or however many. In your surrounding, in your environment, you have the 9 of Wands, feeling that we've had to persevere for a very long time. In your hopes and fears, you have the Wheel of Fortune. These cards are popping. These are so good. I love this energy. And let's see. High Priestess, your possible outcome for the month of April. How gorgeous are these cards? How many majors do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 majors out of 10, you guys. And number 6, I spoke too soon. We have Moon at the bottom of the deck. So the bottom of the deck again, you know, there may be things that may not be clear to you, or you may be looking for the why of something. You may be looking for closures, and sometimes you gotta just walk away. You know, don't get hung up on the need for closure on things. If that's something you're looking for, there's a lot more magic in the universe, and in our human capacity, it's kind of hard to understand why certain things happen. So just let the why be. But let's get right into it. So you're coming from, in the recent past, from an energy of the Chariot. So Chariot is, you know, talks about a victory. It talks about, even if this is not a very big thing, this is about being able to master our light and our shadow aspects, right? You know, it takes effort to charge ahead when you know, the 2 creatures or sphinxes here that are pulling your card are not straight. Okay, they're kind of at an angle if you look at the card here, which means it actually takes effort to align them. And this really speaks to balancing our heart over our mind, balancing work with life, balancing relationships with money, things like that, like materialistic versus spiritual. So in the recent past, the way that the chariot is showing up to me is like, you have mastered the art or the skill, and I would say the art of being able to balance things, and then with opposing forces being able to move forward, and that takes a lot of strength, right? So very, very good place that you're coming from. Now in your you know, again, we I want to do, let me see, give me a second, I want to grab in the Norman clarifier for this, the Three of Swords anyway. There is some remnant of disappointment that you're currently thinking about, you know, that maybe at the time when you're looking at this reading. So there may be some past disappointments that things didn't go well. Could very well be a relationship that may not have panned out in the past. So there's still some energies of that, and it's clarified by, let me get two clarifiers. Okay, yeah. And then we have the stork at the bottom of the deck. So the Three of Swords is being clarified by the owl and the mice. Okay, these are both energies of a lot of chitter chatter, a lot of communication. So owl is about, it can be a lot of communication back and forth, a lot of connections. So in a positive sense, it's about excitement, but on the negative sense, it can be a lot of nerves, it can be a lot of anxiety. That's what the owls or the birds represent. And then with the mice showing up again, this is like things that were, you know, like if you think about, again, always think of the animals in nature and what they represent. So the mice really represent the underlying hidden problem. So those little nooks and crannies, that's where the mice exist. And the disappointment was about probably, you know, things weren't visible, things that were problematic and were kind of eating away at the foundation. That's what this represents. So there's some remnant energy of that, or some remembrance of that. But at the bottom of the deck here, we have the stork, right? So the stork is about new beginnings. So you are coming out of that time, and regardless, you're going to move towards new beginnings. That's very clear here. And, you know, with the magician crossing this again, you have all the elements, my dear. You have all the elements to manifest whatever you want. This is a major arcana. This is big energy, the fire, the passion, the emotion, the drive, the intellect, all of that. You have all those elements within you to create whatever you want. So it's good to heal this energy and move out of this and really focus on the here and now and see how and what you want to manifest, right? And it could be like, again, could be about some disappointments in relationships, which is fine, but we have so much other positive energy that we're confident we'll be able to take advantage of those, right? Now in your foundation, this is absolutely gorgeous. You have the Sun card. This is the happiest card in tarot, and it talks about warmth, about sunshine, about abundance, money, prosperity, children, happiness. You know, it's like all in all, very, very happy card. So there is this deep desire, deep in your subconscious, that you're ready to be happy again. And I think with the serendipity, you will be. This is really talking about taking that childlike perspective, believing in the good, you know, just have some flowers around you. For some of you, I'm getting that. And be vulnerable. It's okay, you know, just be you. But there's a lot of, there's a very deep desire for happiness and warmth that is showing up here. And I feel like, again, with all these energies, it could really be about relationship, because you're thinking about Two of Cups. Now this can go two ways. Learning to love yourself, which is very important. Unless you love yourself, how can you expect someone else to love you, right? That's the basic of relationships. But again, vibrate high, honor and accept every aspect of you, okay? Body images, you know, mental images, anything about your shadow aspect, accept them as you complete you, and that's when you will attract the exact right vibration person. But for others of you who are already in a connection, this could be thinking about taking it to the next level. That's coming up for some of you. If it's not about relationships, then, and for those of you that this is around work, career, or home, this is really thinking through what is it that truly makes me happy? What is my perfect alignment? That feels like a Two of Cups, right? So that's what's coming up over here. In the near future, you will be ready to receive, with Three of Wands showing up here. Which I cannot believe how many threes we have here at the table. This is beautiful. So Three of Wands is actually waiting for our ships to come in. And this shows that all the work that you put in here, you are going to reap the rewards. You're going to see the results. The next step after this is the Four of Wands, which is stability, happy family. It's celebration. Celebration does follow. So the hard work is going to pay off for sure. Keep at it. You have very strong passion and drive, and you want to capitalize on that. And then definitely, you know, another three, teamwork is here, front and center. This could again be with colleagues, coworkers, in the work arena, in the home and family arena. This can also be actually in a relationship where we build the triangles like the solid foundation, right? So we build on it together, co-creating with another person or our family or friends. Sometimes, for a very minority of you, Three of Pentacles in a relationship can also mean, you know, welcoming a child into the relationship. So that could apply to some of you out there. But this is, again, being very open to co-creating. That's what your energy is showing up. So this is very, very beautiful. In your environment, you have the I almost said Nine of Pentacles. Well, Nine of Wands. So this is a card of perseverance, and Spirit is recommending not to give up at this point because you're so close. So you're at the 9. 10 is the completion. You know, all your burdens will be taken care of. So this is very conducive. You've made it this far. Don't give up now. Persevere. Look at you, standing strong and still holding up the boundaries just a little bit longer. You've got it. You've totally got it in you. Okay, so let's see hopes and fears. We have Major Arcana, Wheel of Fortune. So you are hoping, you're actually hoping for serendipity. You're hoping for your luck to turn around, and it will, obviously. But this showing up clearly is that you are ready to receive the good karma that you've put out there. And, you know, you're hoping that whatever this disappointment was, the wheel is going to turn. And that's what's showing up very clearly in your hopes and fears. And in the outcome, possible outcome, we have the High Priestess. So just follow your intuition, follow your gut feeling, and you won't fail. You won't be away from your goals, so to speak. So this is really talking about you hold the inner wisdom, you have the knowledge within you, you don't have to go about boasting about it or, like, you know, shouting from rooftops. You can internalize it until you reach the goal, but whatever it is, you will reach it as long as you follow your intuition. And again, you know, free will and intuition play the biggest part in all of these divination tools. The energies are here to show you what's available to you. How you use them is completely up to you, right? Awesome. So if you made it this far, I hope you subscribe. If you haven't already, do help me grow this channel. I would really appreciate that. And, you know, in the comment section, do write #comment or #claim it if you want to tell the universe you want these energies and want to claim them for yourself. So before you go, let's get you a couple animal spirit messages and see who is watching over you this month. We have... Very nice. Ooh, very nice. I like it. So the first one is the Frog Spirit, which is number 28, which boils down to 810. Endings, beginnings, however you want to see it. And the message is clear out the clutter. And for me as a reader, this is mostly about the mental clutter. So we have the Three of Swords here. That's what you need to clear out. Clear out the clutter. Make space for the new, so the new fresh energies can come in. And for some of you, it could also be like, yeah, just clean up. Make room for any physical things that you want to bring into your life, into your environment. As simple as if you're buying a new couch, actually make room for a new couch. That's what it can be for some of you. But really, it's about clearing the mental clutter and with whatever practices that can help you. Okay, and then you have a 37, another 10. So you have threes, a lot of threes, and then you have 2 10s here. And the lion spirit that says be generous of spirit. Again, this is a leadership energy. This is very similar to the magician that I'm feeling. It has a lot of fire. You're a fire sign, so step into that spirit. And lions are very generous, and even Aries are very generous signs that protect and they take care of their own. So this is what spirit is saying again, be generous of spirit. And similar, it's beautiful how it's coming up with next to the 2 of Cups. The more you give, the more you'll receive with these 2 cards over here. And you know, it's like a circle of life and the karmic circle. Just, you know, we always want to keep that positive. So that's what the main messages are here. So I hope this reading helps you in some way, shape, or form. If it does, do subscribe, do like, comment, and share. And I wish you much love and light, and I will see you next time around. Bye for now. All right, now we're moving on to the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or wherever you have Leo in your chart. This is your reading for April 2021. I hope you've been well. Let's see, we're going to get started with Wisdom of the Oracle. That sets the tone for the month for us, what message we have for Leo. And we have come to the edge, number 36, which adds up to a 9. This is, let's see if we can see all the hearts that are flying around her. This really talks about, it's similar to the Fool energy. So Spirit is really advising you that this month, or this whenever you see this reading, be open to change, be open to opportunities, come and take a leap of faith. Things are really lining up for you. There are maybe surprises along the way. Just, you know, don't hesitate to take a new step if the opportunity arrives. That's what it is. This month I'm also doing astrology cards to see what astrology house may be the focus. I guess that's the one. We'll take it. That may be a focus for you this month. Okay, so and then we'll clarify. I'll get a message from the energy oracle for that. All right, so you have the 11th house. Very fun. This is about friendship. This is about connections. This is just all about it's a very social house. So there may be a lot of you may start mingling with your friends again, with your connections again. And I'm just going to take a double peek here. What else is here? Oh, this is the house of the Aquarius. Very cool. So this is, it's so beautiful, coming with the come to edge that I just said, that, you know, surprises, opportunities. This is an unconventional house, which means deviating from the norm, deviating from the traditions or structures. And so Aquarius is all about innovation, it's technology, it's very futuristic, and thinking of the greater good and with people, right? So the 11th house is really showing up for you. This may be a month where you connect or reconnect with a lot of people, either, you know, physically in person or virtually, whatever may be possible. But this is going to be some new age stuff, very creative thinking, and unconventional things that you may talk about or discuss or do or bring about, whatever that may be. But generally, it's a very fun house. It's a house of friendship. That's what it's called. So let's see what the energy oracle has to tell us. What's the message specifically around the 8th house for my beautiful Leos? See what we have. It says walking away, number 27, another 9. So we have here 9, here's another 9 for you. 9s are completions, wish fulfillments, and, you know, feeling fulfilled overall. And this one is walking away. So it's similar to the 8 of Cups in tarot, if you want to think about it, that and when coming with the 8th house, which is about friendships and unconventional ideologies, I feel like for some of you, maybe finally walking away from what's the word, non-authentic, inauthentic my vocabulary, inauthentic connections, inauthentic relationships that don't hold your highest good, right, in regard, like it's the connections that were selfish and self-oriented. You may be walking away from those, and as you walk away from energies that don't align with you, or don't that you don't associate with anymore, that just don't resonate with you, the more room you create for something new or some new people to come into your energy field, right? So that is coming very, very clearly and strongly. And then there's a lot of beauty and abundance around you. If you look at this person, And then there's spirit over here. If you see the little light, that's spirit like really guiding you to take that path. But this person is not unhappy. They're actually very content walking away from these connections that are just, you know, they're just a label and not really there to support you at the end of the day. So that's looking very good. And then walking into and coming to the edge into something completely new, right? That's the type of energies that are opening up for you. So let's get tarot. We're going to do a Celtic cross and see what tarot has to say, what energies are lining up for you. Again, remember, these are general. Take what resonates and skip the rest, because this is for a lot of people. It's not a personal reading. And you know, use your free will to leverage whatever energies you want to use, and you know, forget the rest. All right, so let's see what it's the heart of the matter. The Moon card. So there is mystery. There are things that are in your mind, you know, you're thinking through, you're evaluating, and what's crossing it is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is kind of the opposites. So we have intuition versus intellect right here at the center. So that's what the conflict is. What you're feeling versus what you're thinking, or what you're trying to achieve. Let's see, in the foundation, we have the Five of Swords, a more mental conflict. It's pretty small though with the 5. Let's see where we're coming from. 8 of Pentacles, working hard, perfecting our craft. What are we actively thinking about in our conscious? We have the King of Wands. You have 2 kings here. So big energies, big energies. Let's see, in the near future, you have the Page of Wands, so more fire for you. Okay, let's see how you're showing up in your energies. 9 of Swords, analysis, paralysis, overthinking. Okay, let's see what's in your environment. You have the Knight of Swords in your hopes and fears. You have Temperance, the Sagittarius energy. Okay, and let's get you the possible outcome. That was a no-brainer right there. The Star, your wishes are coming true. Healing is happening. It's looking really, really good. All right, so let's see. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. So you have 2 knights here and the Queen of Wands. So look at all the wand energy we have. Oh, there it is, the 8 of Cups that we were talking about walking away. So I'm just going to leave this here because I feel this does kind of relate, because I was getting that very strongly for some of you. And then we have the Queen of Wands, and so we have everybody here. We have the entire wand family. We have the Page of Wands, we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Queen of Wands, and then we have the King of Wands. So you being true fire sign, Leo, you have a lot of drive this month. So I think you'll be very popular. You'll be very busy with the 8th house showing up as well. So anyway, let's get into it. So you're coming from working hard at something that you love, that you admire, that you don't mind putting the effort in. Okay, so this is the 3 of Pentacles, and then perfecting each pentacle from there. So you built a solid foundation, and then you're going on building on it and really admiring the work that you do. So you're coming up from that energy of having put in the hard work and really admiring whatever you have created. Now coming from there, there is a little bit of a conflict within you, and I think in your subconscious, let's start there. In your subconscious, there are some self-doubts. Okay, the 5 of Swords is about our thoughts. It's about what goes on in our head. It's not about other people. And I think you may be trying to, and you have the 9 of Swords here as well, you're just trying to overthink things at this point, and just walk away from that energy. Pick your battles, pick your mental battles, internal battles, and what do you really want to focus on, because this is just distracting from all the beautiful energy that you have and all the power that you have here. And now you have the Moon and crossed by the King of Swords. The King of Swords is extremely cerebral, very intelligent energy. It's all about the mind. It's all about the brain. It's like putting a plan together for building our enterprise. That's what the King of Swords does. He's extremely driven, but it's very much in the mind. It's a planning stage. So expert planner, where again, we're using our mind a lot. And why there's a conflict is because that is crossing the moon. The moon is intuition. That is, you know, what our gut tells us, what our heart tells us. So there may be a little bit of a confusion, which is totally fine. It is totally, you know, normal to feel like my heart is calling me in a different way. I really want to go that way, but I want to structure it. Okay, so it's kind of a good balance if you can balance it out. It's like following your heart, but taking your brain with you. Take that mentality instead of like trying to have them in completely opposite directions. And you got this with like so many, you know, king energies here, and with all the wands, definitely you're more than capable of doing that. But this is just like, remember, follow your gut. But yeah, you know, don't be foolish. Take your brain with you, and that's where the King of Swords comes in. But don't let your brain do all the planning and all the thinking and everything, right? Because then that takes away the magic of the things. Okay. So in your mind, in your conscious, you have the King of Wands. This is, along with the planning, it's the desire, it's the passion, that what you're thinking through, what really sparks your passion, your drive, what's gonna excite you at the end of the day, what makes you like jump out of bed and go create something. That's what this energy is. And it's a king, so it's, again, it's a very, you're further along than you're giving yourself credit for in terms of putting this plan together. Once you have the plan together, you definitely get onto this new journey with the Page of Wands. So this is a new journey, it's a new passion, it's taking the first step, the doors opening up for you. Take that leap of faith, come to the edge, and, you know, step through that gate. Once you have your thinking done and, you know, your plans together, in the near future, you're definitely stepping into a new passion over here. Sorry about that. I had to take a sip of my coffee. My throat's given out. So anyway, moving on over here, how you're showing up in your energy is the Nine of Swords. Again, you're completely overthinking the situation, whatever this is, be it a relationship, be it a connection, be it a career move. You're spending way too many sleepless nights thinking about it, and you don't need to. Please know that you are very divinely guided, you're protected. And, you know, just walk away from these things. Walk away from these things. Pick your battles, pick your mental battles. Mental health is very important, because unless you let go of the stress, you won't be open to creation, because creativity doesn't happen when you're stressed out. You can't force it, right? You have to be in a very calm and relaxed state of mind. So do whatever practices help you with walking away from this. Because this is all in your head. This is literally in your head. This is analysis paralysis card. So let's try proactively to get out of this energy so we can take advantage of the other beautiful things that we have here in your environment. And this is kind of going together because you have the Knight of Swords, which it can be a bit of a rushed energy. It can be a little impulsive. So this is Spirit reminding you, don't rush things. Go through the process, trust the process, go through it. Don't get very stressed out and frustrated and try to rush through things, because things do need time to culminate. The universe requires time to bring things into physicality. So try not to rush through things and just be patient. And then again, you obviously have the same story going on over here in your hopes and fears. You have the Temperance card here, which is about patience. It's literally is the Patience card, and it talks about take time. So you see the angels, one foot is in the water, they're pouring out from one cup and like holding one cup, and there's a dove over there, which is very peaceful. So this is about mixing and balancing our emotions, dipping our toes in the water. It talks about emotions and embracing our emotions and healing them. Okay, so being patient with ourselves, being kind to ourselves, being forgiving of ourselves, and not trying to rush through things, and let them take their course. So that's what this is coming up in your hopes and fears, that you hope that you're able to be kind and be patient, so you can really achieve your wishes, which is in the possible outcome is a Star card, which is wishing upon a star and all the the wish coming true. But it's also a healing energy. So this is again this is Aquarius. It's a very similar energy here, Sagittarius, Aquarius. The star talks about healing yourself first. You see how they're pouring the cup on themselves and then on others. So make sure you take time to take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself if you're healing from anything, or just take a break. This is really talking about take a break and relax for your wishes to come true. Sit back and receive. The universe likes it when we're not chasing all the time and we kind of let go and surrender, and that's when the wishes come true. So that's what you have in the possible outcome. So let's get you couple animal spirit cards before we close out the reading. If you've made it this far, please do hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, comment hashtag claim it if you want to claim these energies for yourself. You know, that lets the universe know this is what you want, and the universe responds. So let's see what animal spirits we have around you. We have number 66. Oops, over here. I'll bring them over. Raven spirit, and then we have the cow spirit. Wow, I love these. Okay. First off, let me pick up the cards. We have number 66, which is the white raven spirit, which says trust in the magic. So I think we talked about don't try to overstructure things, leave some room for magic, leave some room for, you know, have faith, take that leap of faith and believe that there's a lot of magic happening around you. This is number 66. You might want to look into repeating sixes, what they mean. Sixes to me are about unconditional love and alignment with our true self. So that's a very, very beautiful thing. And then you have number 15, which is another 6, adds up to a 6. So again, 666. It is not the devil number. Don't subscribe to that. It's really, if you think about spirituality and numerology, it's a beautiful number of alignment and love. And it's the cow spirit saying the miracles are endless. So this is a reminder to cherish the little things in your life, to cherish the simple joys, the simple pleasures, and kind of take an attitude of gratitude. That's what the cow spirit says. It says there's abundance all around us and there's happiness all around us. If all we have to do is just like think and notice. So those are the messages I'm getting for you, you beautiful Leo. I wish you the very best. Do subscribe, hashtag claim it if you want to claim these energies, and I hope to see you next time around. Much love and light. Take care for now. Hello, my beautifuls. This is for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or wherever you have Sag in your chart. This is your reading for April 2021. Let's get started with Wisdom of the Oracle to set the tone for the month, and starting off with the Oracle message for you. Okay, let's see what we have. We have round and round, and let's get one more. And then we have higher power. All right, very nice. So the round and round energy really talks about its number 25, adds up to a 7. 7 is more with spiritual alignment. But the round and round really talks about there may be some cycles that you may still have to go through. Okay, so there may be things that you thought you had closed, but they still need some completion. So there is some round and round pattern that you may find yourself into. And you have higher power number 4. So again, I don't know if it shows up properly on the camera. This is representing you right here, if you see the face over here, and then you have a much higher power really guiding you. So know and trust the process. There is a reason for this exercise. There's a reason for the cycle that is repeating. You have much higher guidance and you know Spirit really watching over you. So just trust the process and go with the flow this month. Even if it feels like it's the same story that doesn't change, know that there is divine purpose to it. Okay, so that's like the main message we're getting here. What I'm doing this month is actually also getting the astrology cards to see what astrology house may be playing an active role in your life this month. So let's see what that is, and then we'll get an energy oracle to support that. Let's see. Oh, we have the 10th house. All right, this is about career. This is about status. It's about your job. You know, 10th house is where we have our monetary values, but it's literally, think about it as career and status. So this may be a month where you may be thinking about changing your careers, changing your jobs, you know, starting your own business, or any of those areas, or thinking about how to invest better. All of those elements are what fall in the 10th house. So let's see what message we have from the Energy Oracle. I'm just double checking if I missed anything in the 10th house. It's career, job, social status, reputation. Yes, all of that. And this is, I want to get one more because we had this for another sign. It's the garden and the gate. It's actually a beautiful message, but I want to get you one more. And this in relation to the 10th house is really talking about, you know, where you may be a pretty good place career-wise or status-wise. If you want to think about social status or career status, it looks pretty good, pretty fruitful, it's abundant, but then it's behind, you know, it's within a boundary. The gates are closed, and this figure here is wondering what could be out there. So this is about like just, you know, Spirit reminding us to expand and to think beyond our comfort zone when it comes to our career and status. So if opportunities come your way, especially with the round and round, the higher power, if a completely unique opportunity comes your way, you might want to consider it, and whether or not you take it or whether or not it works out is a different story, but it's just, it gets you on a path where you come to out of the gate and out of that protected garden. And then you have so this is number 20, then you have number 30. It says envy, and this is really a message around especially around 10th house. It's a very powerful message. It's like, don't let anybody else tell you what the right status is. So envy is what is the societal conditioning. It's the expectations that our friends, families, or society, or even like, you know, like a friend circle's put on us, that if you hit a certain age, that's where you need to be in a career. And that creates a sort of envy, which is a very, you know, disempowering energy. So this is already saying that look at all the wealth that you have, the grass is not greener on the other side, and you're not bound to anybody's timeline. That is just a very 3D way of thinking through the earth plane. Just like you do you. Honestly, you do you. Just be open as you think about the career sector or the status, that you define your status. It's you, it's your free will, it's your vision that you should be focused on, and not what somebody else tells you, not what I tell you, not anybody else who tells you. It should resonate with your true self. That's what the message is over here. Very beautiful. I really like it. Very, very empowering. I hope you take it that way. Okay, let's get into tarot and draw you a Celtic cross. We have the moon at the heart of the matter. I want to put it over here so we can get all the cards. Let's see what's crossing it. You get to see a newer deck that I have, 6 of Cups. All my decks are listed in the description box, and of course, you know, any of the personal reading information is also there. What lies beneath is the Page of Swords. Let's see what's in the recent past. I'm really liking this deck. We have the 9 of Wands. Okay. And then in your conscious, we have the Death card, Resurrection. Beautiful. See that how it's falling right into the 10th house. In the near future, we have the Ace of Swords. That's your aha moment. That's your new opportunity, how you're showing up in your energy. We have the 9 of Cups, beautiful. In your environment, you have the Magician. In your hopes and fears, you have the World. We ain't talking small stuff, are we? Major after major. And let's get you the possible outcome. The 2 of Wands. All right, you'll have options. Very cool. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Wands, which is about how beautiful is this. Oh, and the Tower. Very cool. So these two energies at the bottom of the deck, with the Tower is really talking about building a solid foundation, right? Where we are, and especially if you're really resonating with the 10th house. If not, to skip all the 10th house stuff. But this is about really building a solid foundation where you feel you worked towards the right things, and the tower or the building that you've resurrect or created right now really feels true to you. If not, bring it down. That's what this is, right? So you're really working on the solid foundation that's authentic and true to you, and you're getting a lot of recognition. The 6 of Wands is admiration, it is recognition, especially in the work and career sector. This means recognition, could also mean promotion for some of you, but rising in your power, and this is victory. But the, you know, the little hint over there is that the victory only comes from battle, right? You just don't sit and be victorious. So the hard work that you had put into the battle, you do come out victorious. That's what these energies are telling us here. So and again, in the 10th house, if that's the case, this is the time where you'll be coming into the status, as we're talking about, the status that you desire, not what others expect of you. And you'll be building on a career that resonates with you overall. So that's what we see over here. So let's get into the spread. First of all, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought we had more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 major arcanas here, and then we have the tower at the bottom, so 5 major arcanas. So big energies here for you to play with. You are coming out of a time where you may have felt you had to really persevere. 9 of Wands is a card of perseverance. It can also represent a little bit of fatigue from having to hold our ground and hold it for so long. But then this is also being very, very strong, developing our strength over time. And similar to the strength card, there's a line in this one as well, like sitting right by her, by the character, right? So the 9 of Wands is, it's again realizing that we've come so far and now is not the point to give up, but also like, wow, we could endure all of that and we could persevere for so long. No goal is too big for us. Okay, so that's what the main message is here over here. From that, let's see over here first. In your subconscious, you have the Page of Swords, which is like a desire and, you know, looking for inspiration, wanting to start something new. And literally, this is like, think of it as an in work terms, a career. In career terms, it's like can be an intern or a new job or trying a new field that you've never done before. So there is, in subconscious, there is a desire to start something new, which is very clear with the Page of Swords. And because it's a, you know, sword, it's intellect, so it's your cerebral power, and because it's a page, it is new. So there's some fresh desire here, starting something fresh that you may not have done before. So it's a desire to learn. And in your current energy, sorry, the center of your spread, you have the moon crossed by the 6 of Cups. So this is again similar to your intuition is telling you to follow something, right? To follow a new direction. Could be, again, if this is not career, I'm going to stop talking about that because for some of you it may not be the 10th house. But this is, again, your intuition is calling you in one direction, and you know, things are not very clear. So the moon is hidden, you know, it's at nighttime, it's not the sun, there is darkness, there are clouds, so things may not be very clear. So it's creating a little bit of a confusion, but your intuition is on point. And what's crossing is this desire for 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is the happy card. It's about connecting with our friends and families, but it's also mostly about going back to the feeling of feeling like a child, like childlike happiness. So there's a little bit of torn energy here. It's like, you know, what my intuition is telling me to do, is that gonna make me happy? And that's maybe the inner conflict that you may be going through, because you really do want to completely transform. With the Death card showing up here, there is a desire to completely transform, end the old cycle, start new, you know, end the old behaviors, the old patterns, whatever area this fits in, because we do have the round and round. So there are some cycles that you may have been repeating. Can be any area, can be health and fitness, can be nutrition, can be relationships, can be jobs, careers, home, family, or maybe you've been giving too much. So any of those patterns where you're actually thinking about that cannot continue, that they're not sustainable. So you're actually thinking through resurrecting from that and transforming from that, okay? It's a very, very positive card and you're actually thinking about it. And in the new future, this is the ace that was budding in your subconscious, is the, you know, that aha moment, that epiphany that comes through, that bright idea or that new start that you've been thinking about, or whatever is going to help you transform out of the old energies into new. That is showing up in your near future very clearly over here. And this also has a lot of butterflies, which is similar to the Death card. Butterflies do represent transformations and resurrection. And you know, it's like the stage of coming out of the pressure, which is the Nine of Wands. So that was a pressure point where you know, the caterpillar was in the cocoon, but now in the near future it's going to be a butterfly. So that's what I'm getting over here. You are showing up beautifully. Your energy is a Knight of Cups. Look at this. So wish fulfillment. You're ready for this. You're ready to follow your happiness, follow your bliss. That's showing up very, very clearly here. So stay in that energy, stay in that high vibration, positive energy, because in your environment, the universe is supporting it. You have the Magician telling you you have all the elements to manifest whatever you desire. Be it a complete transition, be it a transformation, be it leaving something behind, walking out of the comfort zone like we see here with the garden and the gate, stepping out of the protective boundary that you may have created yourself. You have all the elements supporting you in that endeavor. And in your hopes and fears, you have the world. The world is ending old cycles. So you have like, you have endings and beginnings, endings and beginnings. The Magician is also beginning something new. So there's a lot of energy of starting something new and breaking away from the old cycles that's coming through. The world is literally at your fingertips. It's gonna help you close old chapters and start the new ones however you desire them. So this showing up in your hopes and fears is like you being hopeful that you do get to create a complete new world for you, a new reality for you. And the possible outcome, we do have the Two of Wands. So you may find yourself having a couple of options towards the end of the month, or like whenever this transpires. Again, time is fluid. Whenever you see this, you know, if you claim these energies and if you follow these, you will have a couple options. This will be, you may find yourself at a crossroad, right? And that's where we're going back to, there's a higher power. Be open, try to step out of your comfort zone. Don't go for the same option that you do every single time. Try to pick, you know, option from your intuition and see what your gut tells you. You will have a couple options. The biggest message here is like, don't stay in that energy of indecision too long, because that's how, you know, we're bound to lose the opportunities that are come our way, because, you know, they just like lapse. So don't stand in indecision. Make a choice from your intuition and your desire and your passion, and you know, you won't be wrong in that. Awesome. So from here, we'll get into a couple animal spirit messages for you, spirit animal messages. If you made it so far, please do remember to hit the subscribe button. Help me grow the channel. I would really appreciate it. And think of it as an energy exchange that, you know, helps me keep motivated, stay motivated, keep going, and also lets me, helps you deliver, what am I saying? Help me deliver these free readings to you. All right, so let's see what we have for you. Wow, I like this. Okay, I'm gonna get you one more because this one came out for Leos as well. So let's get you three. You get 3 cards. So the first one is the Moth Spirit, number 39. It boils down to a 3, and it says surrender now. So there is that divine inspiration. There's that higher power that is really helping you navigate and manifest these energies. So just trust in the process. There is definitely purpose behind that. The second you have is the Frog Spirit. It came out for Leos as well, so I wanted to get you another card. This is number 28, which is the Frog Spirit, saying clear out the clutter. More about mental clutter, physical clutter, emotional clutter. If you're carrying any of the past traumas or any past experiences, again, let the emotion go and just carry the lesson forward. Also another 10, which is another completion for you, okay? So there's another completion here. And then we have number 42, Otter Spirit, you are never alone. How beautiful is that? That's a very sweet energy to close the reading out on. And 6s are about unconditional love, including unconditional love for ourselves, our family, our friends, near and dear ones, pets, kids, everybody included. But this is also like, look at how the 2 otters are making like a heart shape. So you're never alone, even if you feel that your spirit team is with you. You can rely on your spirit team and your friends and family. Very positive energies over here for you. So I hope this reading helps. I hope you like it. If you do, hashtag claim it. Tell the universe you want to claim these energies. And please do subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. Comment, share. Every click helps. So with that, I wish you much love and light, and I will see you next time around. Take care. Bye.